Welcome back to the British Accent Podcast, where we celebrate your English learning journey, one honest step at a time. I'm Emily, and today, we're going to talk about something incredibly small, yet unbelievably powerful. One English word a day. Just one. Not 20. Not 10. One.
It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But that's the point. When we talk about building fluency, we often think we need to make huge leaps. Study for hours. Memorize long lists. But what if I told you that learning just one new word a day, consistently, can quietly rewire how you think, how you notice, and how you speak?
Exactly. One word a day means 365 new words in a year. And not just any words, words that you've had time to notice in real life, to practice, to say out loud, to hear in context. Words that actually stick, because you didn't rush past them.
Let's be honest, life gets busy. Some days you might not feel like studying. But one word? One word is manageable. You could pick a word from something you read, something you hear in a song or a YouTube video. Or use an app or notebook just for that one daily gem.
And when you learn a word slowly, it becomes part of you. You'll start to notice that word everywhere. You'll feel more confident using it. And that confidence adds up. It's not about showing off vocabulary. It's about building real, living English that belongs to you.
Think of it like planting seeds. You don't see a forest appear overnight. But day by day, word by word, your language grows. And soon enough, you'll look back and realize just how much you've built, quietly, gently, patiently.
Let's say today, your word is curious. You write it down. You say it out loud. You think of a sentence. I'm curious about British culture. You hear it in a video. He was curious to know more. Suddenly, that word is no longer a stranger. It's part of your world.
And tomorrow, maybe your word is delightful. The next day, adjust. Each one adds a tiny thread to your English. It's not just vocabulary, it's emotional connection. You're not cramming for a test. You're slowly expanding your ability to express real thoughts.
There's also something beautiful about having just one goal a day. It keeps things gentle. It gives your brain time to breathe. And over time, it builds trust between you and your learning process. You're not punishing yourself. You're nurturing yourself.
We often underestimate how much we can achieve through tiny, steady habits. But those are the ones that actually last. The pressure to be perfect, to do more, to catch up, that's the stuff that makes people quit. But one word a day? That's sustainable. That's kind.
And if you miss a day, that's all right. This isn't about rules. It's about rhythm. You can always come back. Your English isn't going anywhere. And neither is your progress. Even pauses can be part of the pattern.
So maybe tonight, as you're brushing your teeth or getting ready for bed, you pick just one word. Say it. Feel it. Make a sentence. That's it. You've already done more than enough.
And the beauty is, once you start noticing that one word, it starts appearing everywhere. In a podcast, in a YouTube comment, in a random sentence on social media. And suddenly, you feel this tiny spark of recognition. That spark means your brain is learning to connect.
It's like planting a seed. At first, it's small, just a thought. But you water it every day with that one word, that one sentence. Before long, your garden of English grows, without pressure, without burnout, just steady little signs of life.
And what's more, it becomes fun. You start looking forward to discovering your word of the day. It could come from a song lyric, a book title, even a food label. You realize that English is everywhere, it's not something you have to chase. It's already around you.
That's what makes this habit so powerful. It doesn't fight your life, it fits into it. Whether you're commuting, cooking, or waiting in line, there's always room for one word. One thought. One quiet step forward.
And as days go by, those words become a quiet confidence. You're not just memorizing, you're becoming someone who uses English. Someone who feels it. Someone who grows with it. One word at a time.
And soon enough, it's not just about learning a word, it's about noticing how that word lives in the world. You hear it used in different ways, in different tones. You begin to understand its weight, its color, its rhythm. That's when it stops being a word on a list and starts becoming a part of your language.
You might catch yourself thinking in English for just a moment, maybe while making coffee or brushing your teeth. And that's not a coincidence. That's the result of these small, daily touches with the language. They are soft, but powerful. And they build something real.
And it's not about perfection. It's not about knowing every definition or remembering every phrase. It's about the feeling that English is no longer a stranger. You're making friends with it, slowly and gently, just by showing up every day for a moment or two.
Some days, you'll forget. That's okay. This habit doesn't punish you for being human. You can always return the next day, and the word will be there, waiting like an old friend. It's the consistency, not the pressure, that works the magic.
And after weeks or months, you might look back and realize you've changed. You'll see how many words you've welcomed into your world, and how many small moments you turned into learning. That's how transformation happens, not all at once, but in quiet, invisible ways.
And because it's just one word, you don't need to rearrange your whole day to do it. You can learn it while waiting for the kettle to boil, on the bus, or right before bed. It doesn't demand time you don't have. It fits into the tiny pauses that already exist in your life.
And that one word can spark a lot more. Maybe you read an example sentence. Maybe you try to use it in your own thought. Maybe you hear it later in a show and feel that warm flicker of recognition, that quiet, I know that one. That feeling sticks with you. It encourages you.
And over time, these little sparks build confidence. Not the kind of confidence that shouts, but the kind that feels steady. You trust yourself a little more. You hesitate a little less. You feel just a bit more at ease with the language, and that's everything.
You may not notice it right away, but others might. Maybe someone compliments your vocabulary. Maybe you find the right word in conversation without even thinking. That's not luck, that's your quiet, consistent work paying off.
So as you go about your busy life, managing work, family, responsibilities, remember, even on the days when everything feels overwhelming, you're still doing something meaningful by learning just one English word. You're still growing. You're still moving. Quietly, powerfully.
And what's even more beautiful is that it's your word. It's yours because you chose it. You took a moment from your very real, very full life, and you gave that moment to your future self, to your English, to your confidence, to your growth. That one word carries more than meaning. It carries proof that you showed up.
Sometimes, we think learning a language means hours of study or fluency overnight. But real language learning, the kind that stays with you, is made up of these small, quiet moments. A single word written on a sticky note. A phrase whispered while brushing your teeth. A new term looked up while watching a video. None of it is too small. None of it is wasted.
In fact, it's these small things that make the biggest difference. One word a day adds up to 365 new words a year. Imagine how much more you'll understand, how much more you'll express, how many more doors will open just from that one simple habit.
And the best part? It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to remember every word forever. You just have to keep returning. Keep showing up. Keep planting those tiny seeds. Because one day, without even trying, you'll realize you've grown a garden.
And before we close today's episode, we want to remind you of something simple but powerful: progress isn't always loud. It's not always dramatic or obvious. Sometimes, it's just one quiet word a day. One note in your phone. One whisper under your breath. But over time, that gentle effort becomes fluent thought, confident speech, and meaningful understanding.
So don't underestimate the power of one word. Let it be your anchor, your companion, your daily act of self-trust. Whether you're just starting or you've been learning for years, one word a day is a gift you give to yourself. And you deserve that gift. Every single day.
Thank you for listening to the British Accent Podcast. We're proud of your dedication, no matter how big or small it looks today. Keep going. You're doing brilliantly, even if it's just one word at a time.
We'll be back soon with another episode to support your journey. Until then, speak kindly to yourself and to your English. Bye for now.